This video is brought to you by Audible. What's up everyone? The third book of the Aftermath trilogy has been out for a week, so let's talk about it. The first part of this video won't have any spoilers, but I will venture into spoiler territory later on. Now you might be wondering if this book is worth your time and money, and I would definitely say yes. Though I enjoyed Life Debt a bit more, this book is still an exciting conclusion to the series. This story takes place a couple of months after Life Debt. Nora Wexley and her team are on the hunt for Ray Sloan, who has followed Gallius Rax to the desert planet Jakku. All the while, Mon Mothma struggles with the New Republic on how to deal with the remnants of the Galactic Empire. We also get returning appearances from classic characters like Han Solo, Leia Organa, and Wedge Antilles. Though the book does follow all the new characters from the previous books, the main focus is put on Nora, Sloan, Rax, and Mon Mothma's storylines, all of which converge at the end of the book at the Battle of Jakku. The final battle is what I was looking forward to the most, and for me it's when the book really takes off. Nora's story was the least interesting to me since it was basically her trying to catch up to Sloan, although I did like how she struggled to rationalize her actions as justice for the galaxy rather than seeking out revenge for herself. The storyline I found most interesting was Rax's. There's a lot of mystery surrounding him and his plans for the Empire. We've discovered that Jakku was important to Emperor Palpatine, and the significance of the desert planet is revealed at the end of this book. But what I like most about this story is that it opens the galaxy up to more possibilities for the movies and other canon material. It answers questions that the first two books raised, but at the same time it creates questions that I think will be answered in episode 8. One of the complaints I heard about episode 7 is that it didn't give you an idea of the political state of the galaxy. Something that these books are doing very well. It's not only shining the light on the political side of Star Wars, but it shows you how divided the galaxy becomes without strong leadership. Like all the books, I listened to Empire's End on Audible, and Mark Thompson returns to narrate. As always, he does an amazing job. He is by far my favorite narrator. He brings so much emotion and fun to the narration, and his character voices make the stories come to life. My favorite voice of his from these books would have to be Jaz Amari, but I would love to see Thompson voice a character in Rebels. But whatever, back to the books. Now we've come to the part of the video where I'm going to be talking spoilers. If you haven't read the book, now would be a pretty good time to skip ahead to this part of the video, or until you don't see the spoiler warning on the screen. So I'm going to start with a couple of the book's interludes. Most of the Star Wars books have them, and their main focus is to give you more information about the galaxy that doesn't necessarily have to do with the story being told. In one of the book's interludes, we're introduced to a young Wookiee named Lumpo Waru, or simply Waru. He's being hunted on Kashyyyk until he's rescued by his father, who is none other than Chewbacca. In Life Debt, Chewie stays behind on Kashyyyk so he can find his family, and he's reunited with his son in this interlude. Prior to this, Waru was a Legends character, but in one way or another, we're seeing things from Legends make its way into the official canon. In another interlude, we're reintroduced to a fan favorite. After the destruction of the second Death Star, Naboo becomes a refuge for orphans of war. While on the planet, the children are entertained by a clumsy Gungan who is later revealed to be Jar Jar Binks. The last time we saw Jar Jar was in episode 3 at Padme's funeral, but this book explains that he was exiled after the Clone Wars because he was believed to have colluded with the Empire. Another interlude includes a real fan favorite, Lando Calrissian. He has returned to Bespin to take back Cloud City, which takes him months to reclaim. Near the end of this chapter, we learn that he gives Han and Leia a fancy blaster as a present for young Ben. I really hope we see this blaster at some point in the future, hopefully in one of the movies. We also get a little bit more information about the Acolytes of the Beyond, and that one of their leaders is Yup Tashu, one of Emperor Palpatine's advisors. All the Acolytes have somehow received dreams or visions of former Sith Lords and are further corrupted by Sith artifacts. Throughout the Aftermath story, they've coordinated attacks across the galaxy and destroyed Sith lightsabers to return them to their former masters in the afterlife. Some think that this group will eventually become the Knights of Ren. I personally don't think that's the case. Something fun that happens with Mr. Bones will definitely please fans of the video game Knights of the Old Republic. During the Battle of Jakku, Nora is with Bones and he malfunctions for a moment and utters a line straight from HK-47.
Commentary. I say we blast the meatbag and save you the trouble, Master.
This, combined with a short history of Mr. Bones' personality matrix, has me theorizing about the Knights of Old Republic's story becoming canon, but that's a video for another time. But the biggest spoiler of this book is the true purpose of Jakku and the reason why Palpatine took Gallius Rax under his wing. During Return of the Jedi, the Emperor allows the rebels to discover the location of the shield generator to the second Death Star as a master plan to destroy the Alliance. But at the same time, Palpatine also had a plan in the event of his death during the battle. Rax was part of a contingency plan to dissolve the Empire and travel to the unknown reaches of space to start anew. During the Battle of Jakku, Rax was to assemble the remaining forces of the Empire and draw the New Republic into a grand battle. Unknown to everyone, a large well was drilled into the core of the planet so that it could be destroyed using energy from powerful Sith relics, while the New Republic and the failed Empire fought on the surface and in space above the planet. This plan is foiled by Ray Sloane, who kills Rax, then flees the planet into unknown space with Brendol and his son Armitage Hux. Along with Brendol Hux is his first batch of child warriors, which seem to be the foundation for General Hux's training for the stormtroopers of the First Order. They then meet up with the last superstar destroyer the Empire has, the Eclipse. They are able to navigate through the unknown reaches because of the information given to Palpatine by Grand Admiral Thrawn. The relationship between the Emperor and Thrawn is something I'm hoping we'll see more of in the upcoming Thrawn novel. So in the end, if you read the first two Aftermath books, you're really going to enjoy this one. I still like Life Debt more than this. With Life Debt, I couldn't drag myself away from that book. Though Empire's End continues that great story, I wasn't as enthralled as I was with Life Debt. That doesn't mean that this is a bad book. This was a satisfying end to this trilogy, and seeing where each character ends up was exciting, and I can only hope to see them in future Star Wars stories. If you do decide to pick this book up, I highly recommend listening to it on Audible. You can download it for free by signing up for a 30-day trial. Just head on over to audibletrial.com/videos by Andrew. You'll get one free credit that you can use to download Empire's End or any of the other titles that they have. But if you did read or listen to Star Wars Aftermath Empire's End like I did, I want to know what you thought of it. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video, and consider following me on social media. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars discussion, as well as various other videos I do on this channel. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.